Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It's time for SmackDown SPOILERS. November 15th, 2013, Manchester, England, just as it was on Raw. The show starts off with the Usos versus Harper and Rowan. Of course, Bray is at ringside. The notes that I found didn't say who won. I'm going to guess Harper and Rowan because, well, obviously they're trying to build these guys up, so they're not going to let them lose to the Usos. But whatever. It doesn't even really matter. We cut to backstage where R-Truth and the Primetime Players are rapping. Okay. We cut to backstage somewhere else, I guess, probably the locker room. Ryback and Curtis Axel are talking to each other. Ryback doesn't want to team with Axel if he's still a Heyman guy. Apparently they're teaming later on tonight. Axel says he's not a Heyman guy anymore, and they should take out their frustrations on Punk and Bryan later. So yeah, that's the match later on. After that, we have Natalya versus Tamina. Natalya wins after AJ and Tamina accidentally collide on the apron, and Natalya is able to lock in the sharpshooter on Tamina, and she taps out. Whatever. Another tag team match. R-Truth and the Primetime Players defeat 3MB. Whatever. And then John Cena and Alberto Del Rio come out for their arm wrestling contest. This was something I forgot to mention on Raw. They hyped this up a couple of times, yeah. So they're doing an arm wrestling thing. Stupid. Anyways, there's a table set up in the ring for them to do their arm wrestling. They both talk about their match at Survivor Series. Then they finally get to the arm wrestling. Cena winds up winning 2 falls in it. So Del Rio attacks him and puts Cena through the table. Okay, whatever. Backstage, Punk and Bryan are talking about the Wyatts and their match at the Survivor Series. Next up, another tag team match, this time Divas. The Funkadactyls defeat the Bellas. This one seems kind of funny because the Funkadactyls haven't really been doing much lately, and the Bellas have been feuding with AJ and Tamina. So this seems like a downgrade for them. Either that or they're finally realizing that nobody cares about the Bellas, and they just need to bury them. And I don't know if the Funkadactyls is the way to go, though, but who cares? After that, another tag team match. I'm gonna guess that Teddy Long booked all of this. But another tag team match. The Great Khali and Santino Marella versus Hunico and Camacho. Now those two have been missing for quite some time. I think one of them was injured, or maybe both of them was injured, I'm not sure. But again, the notes didn't specify who won the match. I'll guess Khali and Santino, but I don't think it really matters, so whatever. Finally, we get the main event, Punk and Bryan versus Ryback and Axel, which goes to a no contest. Let's see. Bryan has the yes lock locked in on Ryback when all of a sudden the lights go out and the Wyatts come out. When the lights come on, Punk and Bryan are nowhere to be found. Ryback has words with Axel and then pushes him into the Wyatts. The Wyatts proceed to beat the shit out of Axel and Ryback and throw them both out of the ring, over the top rope, yada yada. Punk and Bryan crawl out from under the ring, which is apparently where they were hiding. They come out from under the ring, and they get back in, and they lay out Harper and Rowan. And Bray, apparently, during this, has scrambled out of the ring up to the stage. And the show ends with Punk and Bryan staring at Bray, and that's the end of the show. So, yeah. Once again, that's SmackDown from November 15th, 2013, Manchester, England. I'll just go over the matches again real quick, even though I can't comment on them as I haven't seen them, and I probably won't see them. But again, the Usos versus Harper and Rowan. Don't know who won. Natalya beats Tamina. Truth and the Primetime Players beat 3MB. The Funkadactyls beat the Bella Twins. Khali and Santino, I will assume, beat Hunico and Camacho, but we don't know. And then, of course, Punk and Bryan, Ryback, and Axel went to a no contest. All this dumb shit with the Wyatts and whatever the fuck. Yeah, but anyways. Yeah, that's SmackDown. And... oh no, I was thinking about talking about something else, but I'll probably save that for another video. Yeah. I'll do that as another video. That'll be it for this episode of the Wrestling Rant. The next one will be, well, not really a special, but it won't be Raw. I'm going to talk about something else. So join us for that. And we